Unlike the other existing bans, New York City's bans the practice on consenting adults, in addition to minors. Now, New York City's ban is back in the news because the city council is trying to repeal it.
Parents, you need to open your eyes. I said, people are people. Everybody has the right to live the way they want to live. It's their choice. Are they good people? What's important? Are they good people? Are they helpful people? Are they kind? Are they loving? Do they have the values that you've instilled in them as far as being a person? What they do with their life and how they live their life is really up to their choice, and it's you as a parent's responsibility to always love, care, and take care of your child. Even if you're 90 years old and they're 50 years old, they will always need your love and support because you are the one that created them.
The parents that have told their child they're going to hell because of sexuality, that's not fair. That's not fair at all. What would you want someone to say to you if you were going to hell because you're married to who you're married to, whether it's race, religion, sex, any of that? Put yourself in their shoes. Yeah, you made them, you know? That's wrong.
They're not God. No one has the right to discriminate against someone because of something that's out of their control, like who they love or what they feel, and that's just not right. It's not fair.
I don't really have a message. I mean, read a book, take a trip, come to New York, pick your head up out of the sand, drop the fake evangelical bullshit. I mean, I don't have a message for them. I have pity for them.
I don't know who you're listening to, but it's not the same God that I believe in. Please understand that religion is based on love. And if you truly love your child, you'll love them for who they are.
Actually, the parents don't realize they're the ones going to hell.
They need to think about the damage that they're inflicting.
Yeah.
To open themselves up and to be met with such hate, that's really a sad response. And hope they would reevaluate that. You know, try and think of the damage they would be doing.
To all the mums and dads out there, I'm so sorry if that's what you're telling your kids, and you're wrong. You're simply wrong. Because firstly, you're supposed to love your child unconditionally. So who cares what a book thinks? So who cares what a religion thinks? So who cares what a political party thinks? What should matter to you most is what your child thinks. So do not stand in the way of your child's happiness. Do not stand in the way of your child's identity. Do not stand in the way of your child being who they truly are. They will be much happier and much more thankful for you as a parent if you support them for being the great human being they are, rather than telling them to sell themselves out. So parents, please be kind to your children. Please accept them for who they are and teach them to stand up for themselves.
It's sad. I think in a way you can't control your sexuality. You were born with it, so it's not fair. Like, you're born with many things. So I think they should get educated and love their kids for who they are.
Trusting that people know themselves really well is important. And if you think about the times in your life that you were certain about something, it's really important to have support in those moments, whether it's the moment that you realized you wanted to marry someone or pursue a certain career. That conviction is so important and makes us who we are, and your kid knows themselves, and I'm really proud of them for that, and you should be too.
I think it's a pretty ridiculous thing. there is no such thing as hell. I mean, hell is right here on earth, and so is heaven. So this idea that, you know, if you don't conform to some religious, you know, belief about, you know, some laws that somebody else made up is just ridiculous.
I would say you're wrong, and you can't judge another person. You can only really judge yourself, and I think you should really reevaluate your life and what problems and issues you have in your own life, rather than to worry about someone who's perfectly fine.
To each their own. I mean, they got their own beliefs that they got to hold true to it. I don't know if I certainly wouldn't kick out my kid just because of that, but I'm not going to make too harsh of judgments on other people and their personal lives.
That's your child, and you may not realize what you're doing, but you just open your child to hell. You're the one who just placed your child in hell by dismissing them because of who they want to love or who they feel they should love in this lifetime.
I feel like you should not be a parent for telling your child about that. I mean, you brought the child into the world for a reason. You brought the child to love, to be successful in something. Just because it's not what you wanted, that child has to live their own life. I can't say, hey, I grew up as a black man in America, but I don't have Caucasian tendencies. I am who I am. Let your child be who they are. It's their life, and there's only one that can live.
I think the parents should be educated about it, because it's not like a mental state or something like that. It's just what they want to be. It's their identity. So respect their identity and respect them, love them besides whatever they are. Just teach them to do the right things, not based on their sexuality.
I think they're wrong. They brought them to this world, so they have to respect them and support them in whatever way that they are.
They won't go to hell. That's my message.
I say they need to read a book and become enlightened.
Look yourself in the mirror before you judge someone else in front of you.
That's definitely not good at all. Like, you shouldn't be teaching your kids that message at all. That's not cool. I don't like it.
I'm sorry that they feel that way.
I mean, I would say you can teach your parents what the right thing is if your parents can't teach you what the right thing is. And just I mean, it's your life. You should be able to take a decision once you're old enough. So try to educate them if they want to listen to you. If not, I mean, there's other resources available too.
I mean, they're your kids. Like, maybe think about that and think about the priorities in your life and maybe re-examine them. Like, I know, like, it's a challenge too, because everybody lives in a different world and everybody has their own context and everybody comes from a different place. And sometimes when you have the comfort that a community gives you, it can be really difficult to re-examine and maybe to even question the things that you've grown up with and those assumptions. But at the same time, sometimes they can be really hurtful to others. So yeah, just think about that. Yeah, like, you don't have to understand everything. That's okay. Just, you can be supportive without understanding, and that knowledge will come through time. And I think being together as a family is such a valuable thing. To be able to sustain that is so wonderful.
Yeah, I just think that the child, you know, they didn't deserve the child anyway. Like, if you can't have unconditional love because of the child's sexuality, then you shouldn't have been a parent in the first place.
No, I just think you need to just realise that everybody's different and everybody should be accepted for who they are.
I don't think I have any words for them. I don't know how you could do that to a kid. So they just need to grow up. But if they're that small-minded, are they going to change their mind? No. So that's what I think.
Try to accept your children. It's their own life, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're great parents, are they?
I would say that's bad parenting, because your duty is to take care of your children at least until the age where they're supposed to be able to take care of themselves. Until then, you should be, even if they have different views from you, if they have different beliefs from you, it's your duty. You took the responsibility to bring that child into the world. Now you have to take care of them.
you.